energies, lovelies, bodies of light, people that are zooming by like that car just zoomed by, all the 144, the chosen of the chosen of the chosen few, you all know who you are. I greet you in the love that lights the truth from my heart to yours. I am Celestial Earth in this divine energy essence of it all, reporting to all of you live from nowhere other than dimension number 5, where things are popping right now. Things are truly popping. The grid is warm, pop, 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 pop. For those who are in the grid, is gritting. And the intensities of these frequencies is on some other level. I know y'all feeling it. I know it's not just me. So I'm here Saturday Night Live and with you all. Happy whatever day this is for you, but Saturday Night Live, a late Saturday Night Live for my late night vibers right now. And whoever sees this whenever they see it, I'm bringing whatever I can bring to you right now in the post area of the eclipse, but we're really in between. We're in the window of the eclipse, and I'm gonna do maybe about 2 more videos speaking about that and what's been happening, because these frequencies have been heavy. A lot of us are feeling it, and if you are a light warrior, believe me, we are on the battlefield. You are feeling it, and it's not just for light warriors, but I'm saying that because a lot of you, a lot of us may feel like, because we have done so much, it's like, what is this? And you may feel like you fell off, but you're just being retrained, reprogrammed, if you will. There's deprogramming going on. There's deconstruction going on. Um, Deconstruction, if that's a word, because if you constructing, what are we being for? But there's a lot happening in the interchange of this energy exchange, and I wanted to talk about that. And I know right now, but it's not all smiles and everything over here. There are all types of releases happening, and I wanted to say this for those out there who may be feeling some of these feelings and are different on different levels, feeling the intensities. Remember, this is a 9 month. We just had not only a lunar eclipse, very powerful, because it's the full moon on 10, but we've also had the 999 portal, which there are 2 more of those portals to have. There are heavy frequencies, heavy energies passing through us. This is not the average release. This is not the normal around the way release. This is heavy duty, heavily charged release. And I want to explain what some of us may be feeling, or experiencing, and how we're feeling them pass through us. And these are energies that we have to exchange, have to release. It does not mean that you are not doing what you're supposed to do, unless you're not doing what you're supposed to do. For those who are doing their shadow work and doing everything, and you're still feeling like, well, why am I feeling heavy? Or why am I feeling like signs of depression, not feeling like doing anything? That's because it's also time to rest. It is time to reflect, to elevate, to shift, and transcend. This is a pivotal time. So we have to allow these frequencies to come through, pass through like that loud motorcycle. Okay, to be loud. They're gonna sound loud. They're gonna sound loud. They're gonna feel loud, even in our human suit. But it is part of the release. It is part of what we're letting go. And it may feel like just all types of ways, all types of crazy. And I want to speak to that and honor us. Allow yourself to honor the space that you're in. One of the main things I found myself telling others, at least 2 people, 2 or 3 people, was don't try to solve the problem. Whatever it is that you're feeling come up, it needs to come up. Don't try to solve it, lean into it. Allow yourself to see it and allow it to happen. Know that this is passing through you. Imagine energies that are being drained from you, like you're releasing them. You did all of the work up here, you've done all the work in your soul, but doing the work and knowing it intellectually is I'm not going to say it's different, but we have to remember that it has to pass through us, through our nervous system. There are places where we have been holding it in our tissues, what I always say, the issues in our tissues. And there are some things that we are really truly getting rid of right now, but just because you get rid of it doesn't mean it's just going to feel good. Hey, Kimberly, peace, love, and light to you and Ezioku. Greetings, greetings. Um, it's not just gonna feel like love and light. Speaking of love and light, right? It's not gonna feel like, ooh, I'm getting rid of that. It has to process. It has to go through your it has to go through your nervous center, your nervous system. And so the nervous system is really releasing it. And the nerves run through all of your energy centers. It's like it's going through each one, all of your 7 doorways into your consciousness. So the 7 compartments of your consciousness, it's being filtered through all of that. It's almost like it's like suctioning it up out of that tissue, and it needs to release it. So you may be feeling some of the woes of it, and even in the releasing and the letting go, let's remember in the release there is going to be senses of grief. A lot of us, a lot of you are grieving, and you don't even know you're grieving. It's not always going to feel like, oh, happy go lucky, we're letting this go. It's things that have been there with you. It's been your buddy with you in your system, even if it's things you didn't like. I want us to understand this, because some people would think, well, it wasn't good for us and it didn't serve us and we don't like it, so why would we mourn and grieve about it? Well, because of familiarity, because the issues and the tissues have become familiar with you and intertwined with you. You have walked with these issues as if it was you. And now as you let go of these issues, there needs to be, it's like you have to kind of detach it. It's kind of clinging to you, the way how it was intertwined. And just not because you say you want to get rid of it, it's just going to go, okay, it's going to be like this ripping away. So a lot of us are feeling this ripping away feeling. Let me put it that way. So the ickiness and this and the confusion and all these things, it's the ripping away feeling. It's feeling the ripping away from in your nervous system, however it has related to you, because for everybody is different. So however it has been relating to you, it's that ickiness of feeling that. It's the grief. It is the loss. Grief is any loss, anything. So if you're losing these parts of you, there's a part of you that's feeling like, "Aw, but I want my dysfunction. Aw, but my dysfunction was a part of me." Of course, we don't say it like this, but this is how it has been in resonance within our soul. This is how it has been in resonance within our consciousness. And this is why we have to know thyself. This is very important stuff that is happening right now. Don't count yourself out, no matter how you're feeling. Don't feel. I don't like to tell people how to feel, even though I just said don't feel. But I really want to impress this out, if I can, to love on yourself. And I'm not talking blind love and light. Ooh, this is a... No, look at the shadows. Look at the shadows, but don't wallow in the shadows. We're allowing those shadows to come up, but don't wallow in them. And we're releasing them. But it's going to feel a type of way, but it's also strengthening you. And it is also strengthening you for what is to come. And I know you guys have heard me talking about it. It's so real and so true. What will come in November? We're going to see a lot. There's going to be more solar flares. And those solar flares are helping to blast through. It's like more light and information to flush through us in a time where we really going to need to go real deep. And it's going to kick up a lot of stuff while we're in retrograde month. Let me see what Kim is saying. And it's really going to, it all depends on how and who you are and how you're accepting things, how you're working with yourself. Your level of acceptance is going to determine how you ride these energetic waves, how you surf the waves. It's going to determine whether you surf the wave or do you get pulled under the undertow. Right? And even if you have a bad day, maybe even a bad week, it's not to, don't count yourself out. Don't feel like you lost connection with divinity. That's it. That's not what's happening. Not if you hold firm. Don't go under undertow, right? It's like, let me see what Kim is saying. It's like the challenge for some leaving an abusive relationship. Exactly, Kim. For some people, that's what it feels like. Right? You know you have a lot, you know you have to let go, but it's familiar and been predictable. And that's what it's like with others. It feels like anxiety, letting go of the fears. Yes, a lot of us are feeling that. And it's like, yeah, you know, you got to let this go. We know it, but experiencing it and feeling it in the tissues is another thing. The nervous system has to help us recalibrate, calculate, and recalibrate what's happening. What are we really letting go? And seeing and even if you don't understand it, you don't have to try to wrap your mind around it. This is going to take a lot of grounding and deep breathing. That's what I want to say to some of us who are feeling this. All right, this is, if you're seeing a lot of 11:11s, that you're being taken into the dark night of the soul, because 11:11 is enlightenment, master enlightenment. And to become enlightened, there has to be some destruction of the old ways. When you destroy the old ways, then you become enlightened. Now you see what is to be there. So allowing yourself to have this is very important right now. This is why rest is important. Reflect. I'm going to say it again. Reflect, to elevate, to shift, and transcend. That is the rest that we need in the end, so that we can pick up where we need to begin. Ashe? And I'm saying that for those who it resonates with. That right there is how you counteract. That's a counteraction type of spell that you put out, put it in the atmosphere. So for those who resonate with that in your issues, in your tissues, let that be something to break that up for you. For some of you who may find yourself doing that, recognize that that is what that is. You're not just rhyming. You're breaking, you're chipping away and breaking old spells. Spells that were cast on you, programs that were put on you. You're helping to chip away at that and break that bondage. And so if you find yourself in that type of flow and saying something with a rhyme, if you're sitting outside, write it down, say it, word it, say it out loud. Words have power, right? And when you put it out there in the atmosphere, those words carry a vibration. Let it vibrate in the atmosphere to help break it up around you. Clap wherever you need to. Ground wherever you need to. There's a lot of grounding that has to take place. Ashe? Go outside, like I've been saying before. The best medicine that you can use and that you can take right now, if you find yourself feeling these ways or just any type of feeling, go outside, ground. Take some deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you breathe in and hold for a count of at least 2, and release deeply. Your exhale should always be a little bit longer than your inhale, if you can. Not that it has to be that way, but to get a real release, let it be deeper. Let it be a little bit longer, maybe a 2 count longer. So if you breathe in for 6, breathe out for 8. Ashe? Deep breaths, grounding, go outside. Electromagnetic beings that you are, allow Mother Earth to heal you from all your wounds, whether in this lifetime and the past. You can say that while you're sitting out there in the earth. Call on Mother Earth. Call on that 2D consciousness as you connect. And say, I would like you to help relieve me, remove from me what doesn't serve me. Let it go from me. Heal me. Heal and nurture me. Allow her, say, Mother Earth, I allow you to heal and nurture me within this lifetime and from even in the past, to help me get through this. Allow these, let it drain through your foot, barefoot on the ground. Sit next to a tree, an old tree, right? And any questions, if anyone's coming through, if you have any questions, any comments, feel free. This is what the live is about. This is for us to communicate. Any questions that may be coming up to you, let me know. Let me see. I'm continuously feeling behind and beside myself. I see me competing with the eclipsed version for the feeling that is to be addressed with the location in truth. So see me competing. You're competing with yourself. You're seeing yourself compete. And this is with also what is within you, the eclipsed version, literally what is being eclipsed, not just the moon, but what is being eclipsed in you. Right? For the feeling, that means, okay, that makes sense. Whatever is coming up, some people may be feeling this as well. Thank you for sharing that. That I feel, you may be feeling like you're competing with the old you, the eclipsed version of you, which is also the hiding parts of you, the hidden parts, the unconscious, subconscious parts of you. And this is very, very important. And it's very dangerous. Like a lot of people like to say, out of sight, out of mind. It is not so. Not in these days and time. It has never been so. But now that we are in the fifth dimension, this is where a lot ones need to understand. Ones must know this. Everything is outside in the open. This is 5D. So it's not that hidden like how you may think. It has always been this way. So going within those hidden parts of yourself is what he's saying here. That's hidden version for that feeling that is to be addressed. So what is ahead of you? There's something in you that needs to be addressed, that's asking to be addressed with these intensities, these issues, and it's coming up. For some of you, it may be happening like in a twofold. For some of you, it may be that you've addressed these issues, but it still needs to pass through, which is what I was mentioning earlier. All right? For some, it's happening, these issues and the feelings of this is asking you to look at this. The energies are asking you to address this. The feelings and the thoughts that need to be addressed, right? With the location of truth, meaning in the truth, wherever the truth may be, it needs to be addressed, it needs to be assessed. It's asking for that. And now is the time, because this is preparation. Okay, we're in the Garden of Eden right now. The garden is preparation. The garden, as your mind, is the place of preparation. That's why in the beginning they were in the garden. The whole creative process is talked about being in the garden, because in the beginning, where do we start? In the garden of our minds. The preparation place, the place of preparation. We are in the garden. So we got to get in the garden, and we got to do what we need to do in the garden. There's a lot of uprooting to be done in the garden. Right? A lot of pruning, a lot of cutting away of things that don't need to be there. Dead stems that are only taking up space and sucking up life force energy, so the life force energy can't get to the new life that is springing forth in our souls, in our minds. This is what's happening. It's like the new life force wants to come through. But we got some dead stems that are just taking in the life force energy, and it's not going anywhere. It needs to be pruned. It needs to be cut away. It needs to be addressed. And then even in doing so, once you address it, trust yourself, rest easy, and allow, rest, just be in reflection mode and allow these things to pass through. Give yourself some space within this grace to say, this too shall pass. You may have to have some affirmations in your mind, some words in your mind that you can say to yourself, this too shall pass. And a lot of us are feeling, I'm telling you, even off of me, this was a tough week. This was an extremely tough week. And that's why I haven't really been making as much videos as I normally do, like every other day. And it's been like, no. And even with this, I'm about to take a hiatus. I probably will do like 2 more videos that I wanted to share some information with, that I feel is very important with what's happening right now. And just to share, I'm going to share some of the important points of those here in case anyone here sees it and maybe you don't see the other video, but I'm going to go more in depth about it into those particular videos, speaking about those particular areas. Right? One of them being definitely speaking about what's happening in between the eclipse, in between this ecliptic window between the lunar eclipse and the solar eclipse, and what we could be doing in between. Okay, and another one is definitely going to be speaking about the closure of what's happening. This end is like, that's it. It's over, and we're over it, and it's to get over some things, like how we're feeling about these things that we're over. Right? So, Ashe. So one of the things about being over it, because I spoke on that before, so I'm just, Spirit is like, okay, let's just go there. because that's what understanding that what is passing through us is because we need to allow these things to be over. You may be feeling sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, but we have to remember not to put sick and tired with our I am. And so, even I'm saying it to you because I had to say it to me. Who knows better than to put things with our I am by now, right? So what came up when I asked Spirit, okay, well, what is it if I don't want to use this word? And it's like over, get over it. You're over it. A lot of us are feeling overwhelmed and exasperated to the point of over it. And it's because that there is something to get over. It's like a twofold in that. We have to feel like we're over it so that we can get over it. That's what the energies are highlighting to us. Because remember, we're in our human suit, and in our human suit, a lot of time we know things that we need to do, but we don't often do it, or we give ourselves a little bit more time, or maybe we're giving someone else a little bit more time, and it's like the energies are saying, no, there's no more time. Some of you are so sick, sick and tired, and so over it that you want to just throw it all up. It's like, that's it. Not another day. You're feeling like not one more time, not one more day, because it's for you to feel that way. Right? When you do, this is how, I guess you could say, magical, mystical the universe is and how it helps us. Is you have to feel that way to get over it. And I'm not saying all of us have to feel that way, but some of us do with certain particular things in our life. Everyone is different. For someone, it may be they need to feel that way about a relationship. For someone else, it may be they need to feel that way about a job. It may be little personal issues within them. They need to be like over the results that they're getting for themselves. They need to be just feeling so over it. And when you do, it pushes you. It pushes you to say no more. It pushes you to make sound decisions, to say this is it. And you open yourself to the new frequencies that are coming in, and you're ready to just close those other things out. And when you feel over it, then you will get over it. So the frequencies are doing that too. It's like, are you over it? Are you over it? Did you see that? It's almost like the energies are whispering to you, hey, you see that? Okay, so you see it now? All right, so let's step over this. It's like it's taking our hand and saying, let's step over it. And now you have a plan. You're feeling over it right now during this season specifically, so that in this Virgo season with this moon, we have a Virgo new moon solar eclipse coming up. It's going to help you organize it. It's like now you're ready to put it in the right place. That's Virgo. You ready to compartmentalize it? And if you truly are doing your work with the nodes, with getting rid of South Node in Virgo, with getting rid of the shadows of Virgo, you're not doing this in a controlling type of way. You're not trying to be too meticulous or competitive with anyone even. No type of, I wouldn't really say competitive, but more controlling of it has to be done this way. No, it's just saying there needs to be some order. There needs to be some structure and order. There's a part of you that's calling for structure and order, but not in a space of fear where we feel ignited or engaged, like we feel like we want to engage in controlling. Release the sense of control. Release the sense of the need to know it all and have all of the answers. There has to be that release. Trust the process in you. Trust that you are learning what true service is. Trust that you are breaking the illusions of what they say service is. Things matter to you because you think it services you this way. And you may think that you're servicing someone another way. Some of us may need to look in the mirror and say, I'm not servicing that person. I think I am though. Or this person is not servicing me. They think they are though, or I think they are. When we release these holds, you are breaking the illusion of how you are holding it in your mind. That's what's happening right now. The issues are happening to help us break these illusions and seeing the service that is true and placing things right where they need to be. Fixing within yourself that I can't have this no more. You know, these are one of the things that it came up to me a couple of times, but just to give a clear example, right, I'll share, you know, one of my stories is like, you have to realize that this just don't work the way I thought it was. Like the picture frame that you had, we have to be willing to admit to ourselves that that's not, we don't, that picture frame is not going to happen. That reality that you have as an image in your mind, call it a vain imagination if you need to. But we have to take ourselves out of that picture frame. That's not what's happening here. And then show the way of the reality. This is the reality of what is happening. And the projection that it will go on if I continue to do things in this way. We got to be real honest with ourselves. Sometimes you got to, like I had to sit with myself. Hey, yeah, I know you wanted to believe that. I know, I get you. This is me doing self-talk. I get you. But that's not what's happening right now. Okay, and I need you to be a big girl. I need you to close that out. And when you do that, watch how freeing it feels when you close out that vain imagination. And allow that, see that right there, put that together with what I said about gardening. That right there is how you prune a dead limb that is sucking up life force energy in your mind, in your garden. You cut that dead limb when you say that, when you allow yourself to see that this is not the reality. That picture that you had, you're waiting and you're waiting on something to grow through a dead limb. It's not happening that way. Admit it to yourself. And when you do that, then you prune that. You actually cut that limb. And now the new life force can grow through. Now the truth can shine through you. Now you can see, perceive the true reality, a true time reality, right? Talking about timelines here. Remember, there's ideal time, real time, and true time reality. When you do that, you allow true time reality. You allow yourself to exist in that rather than ideal time reality or even real time. A lot of people are living in real time believing it's true time because it feels real. And we're being pulled out of this real time reality that feels real. Admitting to yourself that this real of a reality is not true. And it may be tough for some of us, but these are the frequencies that are passing through. Ashe. So these are, some of us may really have been feeling it specifically after the lunar eclipse, like the day after. I don't know about anybody else, but the day after for me was like, wow, like what is this? And some of us may have outbursts. If you have outbursts, that's okay too. Don't beat up on yourself. I've had a few this week. Anger release. Not saying that that's everybody, but let me at least say that if you have, at least know that you haven't fell into depression. Because depression is when we don't allow ourselves to be angry. I'm not saying being the angry, go be the angry Hulk. But when you don't allow yourself to be angry, let me not say be, you don't allow yourself to acknowledge the anger that is there. Right? And some of us, the way these energies are like passing through, you may just have a moment of blah and just let out all this anger. Let it out, because that too is part of the release. And then bring yourself back to yourself. Take a couple of deep breaths and say, okay, I see what just happened here. I needed that. Give yourself some room. It doesn't mean you're going to walk around being this belligerent, angry person. It means you had a moment. And this moment was part of the release valve. Shh. Let it out. Collect yourself. You good? You may be good for that day. The next day there may be some more because you couldn't let it all at once. Let it all out at once. So it's like, wait a minute, there's a little bit more left in the pipe. Okay, let it out. Because you're cleansing. You're cleansing the pipes. You're letting it flow through. And so I say that so that we understand what's happening and how we got to release these pictures. And like I said, I had to say, hey, this is not the same. What you thought, how you think people are, how you think a relationship is or a job is, it's not what you thought. Are you willing to admit that to yourself and then set the boundaries thereof? That's the setting the boundaries part, is the Virgo, the empowered Virgo aspect. After you have removed the shadows of Virgo, the empowered Virgo will rise. And I'm speaking to many of you who have Virgo, a Virgo stellium in your chart. I'm one of them. So this is why I can say it, because who feels it knows it, right? And believe me, I'm feeling it. So if you have a Virgo stellium, for those who don't know what that means you have a couple of planets well in Virgo in your natal chart. I have at least 4 or 5. So I'm so Virgo, even though my sun sign is a Libra. This is why I invite people to really get to know your natal charts. At this point in time, get to know your natal chart. This is what I'm going to be going through even with my children, and I share that with you. There's going to be, like I said, in those videos, I'm going to break down some of what we could be doing right now. One of the important things, too, is what we're doing with the children. What we're doing with the children, because they're feeling this, too. Children's, dogs, birds, animals, the earth, trees, everything is feeling it. Oh, believe me, the trees on alert. They know what's happening. They know before us, before you even come and sit beside a tree and hug a tree or anything, the tree already know. The tree looking at you like, oh, you finally caught wind? Like you finally caught wind? The word of wisdom finally whisked by your ears? It's been wisping through our leaves and our branches all this time. It's about time you came and sat beside me. Come, child. Like Mother Willow, come, child. Come, dear child. Okay, they already know. So it's happening to everyone. And those who are better equipped can help those who are going through it. And since the trees are better equipped, they help us when we come next to them and we sit next to them. We stand barefoot and we standing right by the tree. Remember, we're standing on top of the roots. Allow the light energy to go through the soles of your feet and get rooted in the ground and speak to the roots in the trees below the ground. There's a conversation happening right there. Go have that conversation. That's the medication that we need. The conversation is the medication. The earth code conversation is the medication. That is the true meditation. Ashe? Let me see what it's saying there. Any questions? Like, let me know. How is this doing with you all? How are the feelings? How are the thoughts and feelings? Because I know I'm not the only one. And you are right where you need to be. Some of you may be feeling off. Some of you may be feeling crazy. You're going to feel crazy to the rest of the world right now. Believe me, spiritual paranoia is on a rise. And I say that for those of us who may, because that's what it's going to look like. But know that you know what you know. Your powers, your gifts are coming online. And some of you are seeing sharper with your third eye. And it's almost maddening. I just saw 9. Completion. For those of you who are life path number 9. Spiritual completion. That's the month that we're in. And it's almost maddening for those of you. Life path number 9. Chosen of the chosen few. Light warriors. Those who are going through a dark night of the soul because you're being asked to come into a tower moment, because you're being asked to be coming into your higher self, it's going to feel almost maddening. We have to stay strong on our wisdom, our discernment. The wisdom is being used in a way that it's like, oh, I didn't know this was it. It's coming with it. Let me see what you were saying. And hurts the mind to feel the threat of the death. Yes, this is a death of the ego. Thank you for reminding me of that. The threat of the death of the misappropriated ego. I know it hurts my mind literally into feeling the confusion of the grief. Ashe. Every day is a now moment for release and acceptance. Again, Ashe, which is what we are to be doing right now, right? I am reminded, the I am in me reminded me that I am not human. And that's what we got to remember. Even within ourselves, I found myself saying, like, I am not me. I'm not from here. We know we not from here. So why are we acting like that? This is how you kind of get yourself together. You know you're not from here. Why you acting like that? You know you a star seed. You know you came here to have a human experience. So get out of these false illusions of humanhood. I'm not saying don't be human, because we're here to have the human experience for the soul unfoldment in the spirit's journey, right? But don't get stuck in the human falsities. Don't get stuck in the human densities. There you go. The densities anchor us. If we get stuck there, we're anchored to these densities. And this releasing is allowing us to let go. And this is, again, this is an ego death. What we're all going through, there's like this major ego death happening. Major. For everybody. And it's saying, this is no more. This is the misappropriated ego, not the entire ego, but the misappropriated ego is going through this time of transition. And we have to be able to remember that there's no loss here. Loss is even an illusion. There is a transition. And in the transition, these other things cannot go with you. It can't go with you, but you're not losing, you're gaining. But in order to gain that, you have to let go of that is behind. In the transition, as we go into God's speed, right? As we step into our Merkaba ship, which is our light spirit body. Mer, light, Ka, spirit, Ba, body. Light spirit body. You're going into your Merkaba ship. Your light body. Light spirit body ship. And these things cannot go. It's a vibrational thing. It's not we don't have a choice. It's not it's okay, this can come with me. It's like, no, it cannot. And you can stay right outside there with it. That's what's happening spiritually. It's like we're trying to get into VIP, into spiritual VIP, but we want to carry the human crap. And the bouncer at the door, the spiritual bouncer at the door is like, that can't go with you. You free to go in, but that can't go with you. And we trying to be like, yeah, but that's okay. It's been with me all this time, right? I've gotten rid of this much of it, a chunk of it. But I just can't fully detach from that little piece of it. And then the vibrational match is saying, well, you can't go in. You and that little piece gonna stand outside. So what you gonna do? You gonna hold on to that little piece out there and stay locked out of your own true destination in time? You're gonna lock yourself out of your destiny? Or are you gonna get locked in? Are you gonna tune in to tune up and lock in on your soul's purpose? But you gotta let that go. That's not coming with you. And you really don't have a choice. It's like, you know what? And it's like, move it along. Next person, like, let me know when you're ready. Then come back to the line. Come back to the front of the line. It's kind of like that with the energies. Let me know when you're ready. And some of us don't even know what we're bargaining for and bargaining with. That's the trippy part. Right? A lot of people think they know. And if you don't truly know thyself, you don't know. This is why we just have to make right decisions in every now moment. Everything is choice point. Make sure you're not self-sacrificing, self-sabotaging. Make sure when you do things, it's in the love frequency. If you have a moment of release of anger, like even I had, make sure you bring yourself back to yourself. Of course, do your best not to have those moments, but if you have stuff that's really pent up and you're feeling this, don't try to hold it in like, oh, I shouldn't act like that, because then it becomes depression. Then you're going to find yourself craving some sweets. Those of you who have done the detox, the detach program, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, when you crave them sweets, that means something's creeping up on you. There's something that you're depressed about, which means there's something you are suppressing. And there's some anger about it. You may be angry at yourself and you don't even know it. So then it comes out in these ways. Ashe? Ashe, ashe, ashe. Let me see what Kim is saying, it's so much going on, y'all. Like, I wish I could just blah, 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 throw it all out right here. All right? I need to hear this transmission of an antidote. Good. The devil is not welcome here. That's right. You ain't welcome here. You got to go. You know good. And I don't want you. That's how Tina said it. Tina said, I don't want you. I don't want you. All right? That evil is not needed. And so we have to be mindful at this time. We have to be really mindful of what we go around, what we put ourselves around, what we put our children around. This is kind of like lockdown time for those who really know it. For those who really know what I'm talking about, if you really care about your sacred space, your peace of mind, the sanctity of your soul, this will be a time where you stay in as much as possible. Keep your loved ones, your immediate loved ones, specifically your children, to yourself. Explain to them. This is my 5D people I'm talking to right now. Stop doing all this work without sharing it with your children. That's why I want to talk about children in 5D right now and what we can do to help them in this process. They may not know everything that we know, but they know a lot that we don't know either. They're a lot more aware than you think, but we have to guide them in this process. And what does that look like? That may look like not taking them to every birthday. Like, we may not be able to take them to certain birthday parties, certain events that are highly charged with other energies and other frequencies. And if you haven't specifically taught your children how to, I don't like the word protect. Okay, spirit, stop that. Not protect. But if you haven't taught the children how to preserve their energy, how to block a certain way, how to keep their energy in a way where they're not absorbing and taking in other people's energies, and I do mean other children too. That's walking around with their unhealed wounds and their motherhood and fatherhood wounds from their parents that they're unaware of. These entities and energies are desperately looking for somewhere to plug up and plug in with all that is happening. So even for those of you, oh, this is important. This is very important. For those of you who are feeling some of these frequencies, watch out. Watch where you're placing yourself. I strongly suggest keeping to yourself as much as you can when you do it. Don't let others come in to that, because some of them will be feeding off of you, even though it looks like they're caring for you. Oh, you feel this way, let me come and, talk to me about it. Let me come and talk to you. Be a true judge of character of who you are talking to and sharing your energy with, your field of information with. They're not all there to support you. Okay, these desperate energies are doing desperate things, and some of them are there to siphon your light, to siphon from you, and to implant and infiltrate wrongful information. It's that serious. As I'm speaking about spiritual paranoia, we have to be willing to look at it like that. Yes, they are out to get you, right? And I'm saying that with also the full awareness of understanding that the demiurge is an assimilation. It's assimilation. It's a part of the Sophia wisdom. It's a part of the, what would you call it? The kickback or the reflex energy of the wisdom. It comes with the package. Because how can you display wisdom without a backdrop, without something to oppose, without something to give you this opposition so you can find the wisdom that reminds you that you are really one with it, right? I know it sounds crazy, but that's what this whole demiurge, don't look at it like a fight like that, but it shows up as a fight, right? Even with these two eyes and how we're experiencing it, it's meant for us to see it like that so that we can see it. We are supposed to bear witness to it. We're supposed to be able to see that with that evil. And in order to see that evil, we do have to be on that alert that evil lurks. Evil's out there. But not to try to fight it, not to walk in fear of it, to become aware of it. right? To see that evil and know that it is evil, right? But don't get caught up in trying to fight. When you get caught up in trying to fight, you doing the same thing that the evil do, right? It has won. So it is to recognize it, to use that discernment. It's assimilation. But don't get it twisted. Know that it's out there at every corner, because that's its job. At every corner, every chance, every opportunity you give it. So if you go into a depression, you're giving it a chance of opportunity. If you go into feelings of unworthiness, you give it that opportunity. Any little unhealed wound that is laying there within you, any unhealed wound is room for doom, put it that way. So you want to be very cautious with yourself. Acknowledge things. Be the observer of your soul, not the absorber. We're not absorbing things. Observe. Third eye activity. Bear witness unto truths by recognizing the lies. Be willing to see within people and things and situations that this is a lie. For those of you who may be, I don't think anybody here that finds this channel is into the news, to be honest. For those of you who may be, things that's happening in the world, let it stay out there. Let nothing shake you. No thing, let me say that again, let no thing shake you and cause you to have any type of reaction to it in your mind, in your consciousness, in your energy, in your body, because that's where it drops, in the body. The body keeps the count. So anywhere in your energy, release it. If your body's acting up right now, there's ascension symptoms happening too. If your body's acting up right now, it's asking for you to release it, to let it go. Pay attention to where it's showing up in your body so that you can go through that doorway in your consciousness to see what is out of alignment in that particular consciousness. If it's something happening in your throat, what's out of alignment in my throat chakra? Where am I living inauthentically? If it's something you have in migraines, some of you may be having a lot of migraines, headaches. Where am I out of alignment with my visions? Am I trusting my intuition? Where am I out of alignment in the crown chakra with connectivity? Meaning you can't be in connectivity if you have ego attachments or what I call personal attachments. Be mindful of that. This is all, I'm just putting everything out there. This is what energy is asking of us. And it don't feel good. I'm not going to sit here and lie to y'all and be like, oh, it feels so good over here. It's hard out here in these spiritual streets right now. It's hard out here for a pimp when you're trying to get the money for the rent, right? When you're trying to get the currency to pay for what needs to be paid for right now, for your peace of mind, your shelter, your covering. So acknowledge these truths, and as I was saying, please share with the children. Okay, and what you could do, before I go, let me say this. What are some things that we can do? If you have any questions, now's the time, y'all. Now is the time. So let me know. What we can do, fasting. I did talk about grounding. Fasting, I'm just sharing you what I'm doing in between these full moons, fasting. Between the lunar and the solar. Allow your body to process, eat the light foods so you can get the right light codes. Fruits and vegetables. Maybe do, I'm hearing spirit over flesh more than anything. Spirit over flesh type of fast means you have to know you. Because it's not just about not eating meats or not eating whatever it is you think it is. It's about knowing you and knowing what you need to say no to your flesh about. You know, so certain foods that you just love or gotta have, or when you you find yourself going for this type of food with any feelings of emotions and that you're not liking, Deny yourself those foods. Go into your spirit. That's spirit over flesh. Just only eat certain things that are just light foods and things that you know that your flesh is not going into, right? That's the type of fast I'm talking about, not just with foods, but also with entertainment, with things that you like. Don't just make it be about food. Spirit over flesh means doing things not so naturally, and it's not your go-to to do spiritually, but you're practicing it now in thought, in action, in things that you're doing. It's like, nope, let me go to my spirit. Let me make sure I do it this way. If I normally do things that way and it's easy for me to just, it's the go-to thing to do, stop yourself and say, hey, what is the not so go thing to do? Check yourself to make sure, am I doing this out of habit? Am I doing it because I just can't be bothered? Because don't use the excuse either of, man, I'm going through these emotions right now and I can't be bothered. Give yourself some time, but pick yourself up and do the thing that you can't be bothered to do, but you know spirit is calling on it in you, through you, for you. Spirit over flesh. That's what you practice in these next week and a half between lunar eclipse and solar eclipse. Right? And do activities with your children. Go over their natal chart with them. Like, there's so many things. Like, this is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just sharing it with you all. And this is why I want to start the community, but we're going to talk about that later. That's after the hiatus that I go on and give myself some time, because we're going to start the community in a different way, where people can come in and get more of this information, because I realize sometimes it just ain't for everybody, and there's more to go into that we can do when we meet up, right? Let me see what else the question. Kimberly says, emphasis on sharing with the children. Yes, big time. All caps. Share your knowledge with the children. Share your 5D. Let your children know they in 5D with you. You can't be in 5D and left your children outside. Like, and we got to teach them. Believe me, they'll grasp it. Okay? On a semi-regular basis, right? These are the tools they need to familiarize themselves with, to make the work less challenging the older they get. Exactly. Because the older you get, the harder it gets. So break them in now. Let them understand it now. Believe me, they're more compatible to these frequencies than you are. They come more 5D compatible than you do. It's just that you took the time to know the knowledge. Now it's your turn to break the codes in for them, because they're being inundated with this outdoor stuff. You know, take your children off of electronics sometimes. I'm not saying forever, but take them off from time to time. They're inundated with this stuff. And it's for you to guide them and give them those tools so they could be like, oh, okay. But it's not going to start if we don't do it. What if you don't feel for food at all? If you don't feel for food at all, listen to your body. You don't have to eat. We don't have to eat. Remember, I have videos about that as well. We eat the sun. We eat the sun. Sit outside in the sun and appropriate those light codes through your skin. You will find that you are not as hungry when you go within. Meditation and sitting outside in the sun. And if you naturally don't feel hungry, that's fine. That's your body. That's intuitive. Intuitively, your body is saying, we don't need this right now. Right now, we need the light codes. We need light codes as food. Take deep breaths. Breathe in. We need the breath of life to pass through us. We need the wind. We need the elements. We need the water. We need water codes, wind codes, earth codes, fire codes. Ashe? All this information is coming in and it's streamlining. You know how people like to talk about, oh, we're streaming. We streaming on this and we streaming on Spotify and we streaming on the... No, we streaming on universe. We streaming right here. Let the information stream through you. Catch these codes and see the beauty that the truth has here for you to behold. It is the half that has never been told. It's unfolding right now. Let it unfold. So have patience with yourself. Practice forgiveness of self first. All of this we could get into when we start meeting up, but I'm letting so much out now because I'm getting prepared to go into this hiatus. Because I'm doing what I have to do for me. I've been doing a lot thus far. A lot since 2022. Since 2020. But intentionally with YouTube since 2022. And this is really for the chosen few. That's why it's so slow to pick up. And I'm recognizing that. It's a good thing I don't do nothing for the fame. Because I done gave up already. Like, what's happening? What am I still feel like that sometimes. What am I doing this for? But Spirit keeps highlighting. There's some people I got for you. There's some people I need them to only hear this. This ain't for everybody. And not everybody has that level of awareness. Not everybody at that lighthouse point on the light grid right now. But when you keep lighthousing, keep turning that light, it's going to call the ones that it needs to. So the 1 and 2 few, whoever you are, and remember, if you are, support. Support, let me say that too, because the more you support, the more you extend it. Don't just keep it for yourself. Don't hoard the light. Don't hoard the information. If you know someone that is similar to you and looking for, and it may help them, pass it to them. Share it to them. Get into a workshop. We just had one. Get into a workshop. Invite them into a workshop. And see, now I'm going on a hiatus, so you're going to have to wait. I was ready to do another mini workshop right after this, but this one was heavy, y'all. This one, it was like I said, exasperated. And I got a lot of mental attacks. Some of you are getting some serious mental attacks. Know that you are more than what those attacks are coming from. Weak spots in your soul. There are certain dark spots that I call dark matter chatter. And that's how they feed on. It's like they know how to spot us out. The archon energy. It's like they could see it. Do, 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 do. We got one right here. And it feeds through your dark spots. And that's why we got to do what we need to do to close all these spots. And it will. Any little thing that you have already been feeling, the mental attack is going to come. Which a lot of minds was like, what are you doing this for? What is the purpose? And I know the purpose in my higher self, but it's like in the exhaustion of it, in the places and spaces where you may feel like lack of appreciation, lack of respect. Some of you are not feeling respected, regarded, appreciated. And it's not that you need it, but it's called energetic reciprocity. And a lot are not, when you're not sensing that, and we're getting burnout, kind of burnout. And so you have to pour back into yourself. Take a step back. Part of healthy service. Take a step back. Refuel. Refill your vessel. Till you get it back to the point where it's overflowing and running over. Right? And picture that water bearer, Aquarian age, just pouring in, pouring in, pouring in. Imagine your crown opening up and it's just pouring in your soul. Ashe? So that's the Saturday Night Live that I have. Let me see what Wise the God. Do it for NADA. Do it for nada. Do it for nada, nothing. Put it into the ethers and it's there. Ashe, ashe. Stay blessed. Love and light. Yes, love and light. Kim. Do it for self. Equals all. Ashe, thank you for that reminder. If you want to help all, if you want to help anything around you, do it for self. This is all a do it for yourself kit. So do what you got to do for you. Don't let you run out and get depleted because they want to deplete you. Know this. Take the precautions. And don't feel less than for anything or anyone. Not for nada. Because you are everything and more. You are the light. You are the light warrior, and a lot is going to come up against that. And know that that's why it's attacking, because it wants to stop you. It wants to stop you from reaching that quantum leap, lighting up on the grid. They getting blinded out here. They don't like the way the grid is lighting up. So for my light warriors that came here for such a time as this, it is such a time as this, and the time is now. Don't worry about the hows. The time is now. That's when you know you truly let go of that shadow Virgo energy. Don't worry about the now. The time is how. Are you ready? Are you ready to face those unhealed wounds? Chiron, that rules Virgo. Are you ready to face that Mercury that also rules Virgo? That's why we had what we had. The 10th and the 11th, with Mercury being in conjunction with the South Node, right? It's like the communication, the expression, how we're feeling in our expressions. It's like, what? But the time is now. Ashe? Don't worry about the now. Don't worry about the how. The time is now. Sometimes you may have to sing these things in your head. Don't worry about the how. The time is now. Get to know yourself and it'll show somehow. Know your natal chart. And if you're not sure, email me. Email me, set up a reading. Book an appointment to set up a reading. I guarantee you, you will not be disappointed. Every time we look into someone's natal chart, it is always a wow about what's happening. It gives you clarity. It's your cosmic roadmap. Don't y'all want to get your clues? Get to know you and you'll have the clue. Ashe? Do the damn thing and the work gets through. I love y'all. I love y'all. I just had to say I love y'all because I love me. And we're all one. Right? And I'm glad I could smile here with y'all. Just talking to you allows me to put a smile on my face, because I'm not finna sit here in front. I have not been smiling. I've been all types of upset. Right? Sometimes you watch and you wonder, how this person got so much love and light? No, but I have to stand in the love that lights the truth. Knowing that I'm up against a lot. Knowing that I'm feeling all icky in the pass through of these energies. Standing in the now. Know that it's okay and this too shall pass. Destiny is on the way. Ashe? So with that said, let me leave it right there. Enjoy the rest of your night. Like I said, remember the 5D calendars. Yeah, we want to get off this Gregorian timeline. Please remember the 5D calendars. Somebody asked me about a 5D calendar. I may have to get back to them. I'm not ignoring you. It was a lot going on this week. So forgive me for those who may have either sent me an email, especially during the workshop. It's hard to get to them while I'm in the workshop, and this was really knocking me over. So give me some time. I'm getting back into that, especially when I'm on my hiatus. I'll have more time to respond. And when I book any appointments for the natal chart, it's definitely going to be after the hiatus. It's probably going to be for about at least the next 2 to 3 weeks of no videos, going really within. I'm plugging in right here in me, right? So my mother says that all the time. This too shall pass. Yes, that's where I get it from. My mother, like, we always grow up hearing our elders say that this too shall pass. But it's so real. It's not a cliche. It's so true, and you just got to breathe that in. And when you know the truth that you truly know that this too shall pass. So let it pass through you. If you know it to be true, let it pass through you. Don't let it weigh you down. Don't let it be a 3D weight, a weight in the densities of 3D shadows. Don't let it be that. Right? So with that said, remember the 5D. Book an appointment if you need a one-on-one, because some of us need this. But book an appointment. So I'll be there. I can guide you through some things, but book an appointment. Go in the email for either a natal chart reading, a one-on-one session, whatever it is that could help you. Right? Is there anything else? 5D calendar, 5D calendar, 5D calendar. Get off the timeline and find your true timeline. O'Shea. And that's that. Enjoy the rest of your night. Happy whatever moment in time this is for you. And let it be true. Thank you for those who came and passed through. Wise to God, Ezioku, Kimberly, and those out there that do what you do. With that said, love you all. Please love on yourselves and stay in the love frequency even in the face of adversity. Peace, love, and light.